Very impressive price action for ticker symbol VS, realizing the upside that we were talking about for a few days now. Good stuff, good stuff. Let's go ahead and find out what could be happening for the ticker symbol VS in the coming days. What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by once again on this Taco Tuesday. This is ARCa coming at you with a VS, technicals, raw price action, and statistical thread of analysis. Before we get started, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share the video with a friend so that you and them could consider joining the Discord trading community called ARCa Bulls. Okay, you guys, one more thing I want to remind you of is absolutely the ARC Masters trading course that I'm offering now. Okay, guys, please find the link in the description below because the seats are filling up pretty fast. I've only actually promoted it for 2 days, and I think there's only about 12 or 13 seats left from the 30. Okay, so go ahead and reserve your seat now before it is too late. All right, you guys, so let's go ahead and dive right into the charts now. Okay, so we're looking at ticker symbol VS on the 8-hour chart. We were noticing on this setup here that this is it could have been a very clear bear trap, of which absolutely was. We absolutely used the short sellers as a massive area of liquidity, and the longs essentially took that opportunity once again. I would like to express that we are probably setting up another bear trap, and that is in reference to usually testing the resistance of this bearish formation called an ascending broadening wedge before a continuation to the way down and realizing that target of about 37 cents, right? So please go ahead and notice that we actually touched right at that resistance zone where the short sellers usually open position. It's of high potential that we may be setting up another bear trap based on this resistance touch, and I will continue explaining why. So if I was a short seller, I would highly consider liquidating position here because this is not done. And let's go ahead and reference to the statistical side of the analysis of which I know a lot of you like, right? So let's go ahead and talk about the conditions first. We did run a backtest of volatility versus momentum, and this is volatility represented by this indicator, BBWP. Volatility is direction neutral, and we pair this with stochastic momentum so that we can gauge that bias for direction, right? So in this case, please notice that we've officially started that contraction phase, just like we were talking about, that we needed, right? In order for us to meet that upside condition, we do need for this to start pivoting to the downside, and also we need momentum to start pivoting towards that upside. I would like to express very clearly here that we are now starting the upside from a very, very critical low point here in oversold area from the stochastic momentum. Okay, so what I'm saying is this: anytime that we have expanded into critical expansion and started a contraction phase followed by and actually paired with momentum suggesting a continuation to the upside, I have taken note of every iteration where volatility and momentum have actually guessed the upside correctly versus incorrectly, okay, throughout the entire trading history of the VS asset on the daily time frame. As you can see here, these are all my notes here on a handwritten backtest, right? So please go ahead and notice the conditions based on the samples, right? So this is the data set here. We're looking at a total of 34 iterations. Awesome count, by the way. This is, I would like it to be 50 minimum, but 34 is very much something to consider. Okay, so out of those 34 iterations, we've actually guessed 22 to the upside. Okay, that gives us an average upside accuracy of 64.70% with an averaged upside thrust of a massive 94.61% over the span of about 20 and a quarter days. This is proof of work right down here, okay? So let's go ahead and just take a look at the price action thus far, okay? Because this is looking absolutely bullish and it's looking like it's not even done just yet. Okay, so let's go ahead and now reference the price action versus the expectation, statistically speaking. Remember, these are statistics. They are not certainties, okay? We must understand the difference and we must take it into high consideration when we're talking about hard-earned money, okay, you guys? So in this case, we've actually moved to the upside already 31.72% before a retracement, right? So let's go ahead and just see what 94.61% looks like. Okay, so that would essentially take us right to the resistance zone of this ascending channel. Okay, so that's I mean, it's only pertinent that it would actually make that move to the upside. Another thing is the fact that it's getting very close to the resistance zone of the of the broadening descending wedge that we've been riding for quite some time now, right? So this is looking pretty good, and it's looking like it barely started, okay? So that's why I'm saying that this could be a massive bear trap, and I would highly consider getting rid of my short position almost immediately before this thing creates infinite losses for those, right? So let's go ahead and now reference momentum with RSI, okay? So go ahead and notice that the 30-minute RSI is pitched to the downside, likely to find some support right below us before a continuation onto the upside. Right as we jump into the bi-hourly, it looks like the bear strength has kind of already diminished from this area, so it's suggesting a little bit of consolidation, which is usually the case when we're trying to find the support before the next leg up. And we're also getting a hint from that 14-day simple on the bi-hourly, suggesting an upside continuation even still. Please go ahead and take a look at the 4-hour time frame. A lot of the times, I'm talking a lot of the times, these tiny pivots do not work out. Okay, and I say it because of things like this. Check it out. So we got that little pivot, and then bam, the thing goes to the upside, right? So it gets a little pivot, and then bam, it goes to the upside again. It usually happens like that, guys. I don't like these tiny pivots, as they seem to fail all the time. And I'm speaking from a short seller's perspective. I wouldn't trust this. Okay, so meaning that this is yet again suggesting a bear trap. Again, suggesting that this is the bearish divergence that you're looking for. And by the way, not a credible time frame of 4 hours. Definitely don't look at your divergences on anything less than about an 8-hour time frame. Okay, so go ahead and now take a look at that 12-hour time frame, suggesting some sideways trading, slightly bearish. But please, I would like for you to notice that the 14-day simple moving average is below us. If we did continue on to a slight downside here, which would essentially promote the bear trap again, we would actually just find the support from the gravitational zone from the 14-day simple, and then a continuation onto the upside, from which is being suggested already by the daily. Please notice that the daily time frame is influencing that 14-day simple to start pivoting towards the upside while below it. This is absolutely bullish and still suggesting a cross above it. We are definitely outside of the gravitational zone from the bull weakness percentile. Okay, so this is definitely suggesting an upside, and now being validated by that buy daily. Go ahead and notice the buy daily finding that support from that 14-day simple moving average very nicely, and suggesting a continuation to the upside quite aggressively. Definitely sitting now in that gravitational zone of the bear weakness percentile, and suggesting a continuation of that upside even still. 3-day time frame is also suggesting an upside. Let's go ahead and face that 5-day. 5-day now pivoted to the upside as well. Guys, I do not think this is done, and I do think it's setting up another liquidity trap for shorts. So I'm incredibly bullish, VS. So good things, and congratulations if you are long this. Please remember, I'm not a financial advisor. Take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy or sell any assets whatsoever, okay? Do your own DD and everything will be just fine. Your own due diligence, okay? And everything will be just fine, all right, you guys? So please go ahead and remember to solidify your seat or reserve your seat for the ARC Masters trading course, as those seats are actually running out pretty fast, and a lot faster than I actually thought. So with that said, I wish you well. I wish you a very good night, and congratulations to your wins. And I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios.